This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. So we are dealing with a lot of reports. Today, let us talk about data types and some more transformations, right? As part of Power Query model, right? So we knew that. Uh, so what we'll discuss today data types and filterings and other transformation like filters, demos on data types, demos on basic and advanced filtering. Clear? So we knew that we are going to be getting the data from lot of sources, right? You may use a single source or you may extract the data from different sources, right? You may get some five tables from here and two tables from here, some three CSV files data. All of them you're going to be loading and you're going to be performing what transformations, right? So what are the transformations that you're going to be using? Everything will be done by the Power Query. Then all the data is going to be loaded into Power Pivot. So this is what is a database where the compressing is going to be taking place. Clear? After that, so ETL is done. Then we are going to be creating a lot of visualizations and reports. And so when you create a report, the report is going to be having these steps, this steps plus this steps. Clear? Whatever be the report that you're going to create today with the help of a Power BI desktop, it is going to be having a Power Query steps and where we write M language and the Power Pivot where do the modeling. So those steps and visualization steps, everything will be here. Then we're going to be deploying or sharing this report with the end user. Then end users can see the report in the Power BI app. They can download or they can connect to Chrome browser, go to app.powerbi.com, they can see the reports. This is what we were talking daily, right? Now today I wanted to apply a lot of transformations. What are the transformations I wanted to apply? Let us talk about one by one. Clear? So in ETL, what we do is that we prepare a we perform data cleaning and data preparation. So you extract the data, you load the data, everything, right? So we have MSBI software. In MSBI also, we're going to be doing all these things, right? So it is what is the traditional software. MSBI is released in 2005. It's a traditional BI system, and Power BI is a PBI is a self-service BI, right? So we are going to be performing ETL operation with the help of a Power Query, but in MSBI we have a SSIS. Clear? What is SS stands for? SQL Server Integration Services. Clear? And that is what is SSIS. We're going to perform ETL operations. And here we're going to be doing a lot of data modeling with the help of a Power Pivot. In MSBI, we have SSAS, SQL Server Analysis Services. Clear? And in Power View, we create a lot of reports here, visualizations. In MSBI, we had SSRS, SQL Server Reporting Services. So MSBI started in 2005 by Microsoft. Power BI is released in 2015 by Microsoft. Both of them are the Microsoft products. It is a traditional BI systems, right? So we extract the data. We are going to be analyzing the data. We are going to be storing the data. All the data is going to be stored in the data warehouse. You perform ETL, you store the data, then you give the data. This fellow will do the modeling and everything. Then after that, we give the data to SSRS to create a report. Now, without using SSRS, some people also will use this one. Clear? They don't use this one and this one. This is also quite good. So there are different ways in which you should be able to work. So whenever you go in for the interview, definitely people will ask you, do you know SSIS? Sometimes they'll ask you, do you know SSRS? Do you know Power BI? So only Power BI, you will not be able to get a job with that technology. Clear? SSAS is very good technology. Many companies are using this as well. So you have to know at least 40 days once the classes got over, then we also start SSIS. So it will be at 9:30 a.m. Okay. So either you can attend parallelly later, or you can also start after Power BI is getting over. So this will be for 25 to 30 classes. Clear? SSIS is mandatory for you guys. Okay. Without SSIS, don't prepare a CV. And SQL is also very, very important, right? SQL, hope everybody is learning. Clear? You don't tell me that I did not take the videos, or for me, I need some more time to practice SQL. Means for you, it will take 6 to 8 months of time to get a job. Clear? So definitely you need to plan accordingly. If you're doing one by one, you need to give more time. See, I'm not saying taking more time is a crime, but you need to, have the patience and don't jump in 1 month. I should become a developer, or within 2 months I should become a developer. Means you cannot, right? Even though the skill is very simple skill, it will take a lot of time to acquire, right? Cycling, learning a cycle is bicycle is, it is a theory. Theory is only one day theory, but to become a professional in cycling, it will take a lot of time, right? You need to give more time. Don't jump here and there, and you have to give the time yourself. Sometimes you may take 2 months, sometimes you may take 4 months, but you should not give it up. People, when they leave it, then they need not talk anything, right? Because end of the day, you don't get anything there, right? Clear? Now, how to apply data types and what is that it is going to be doing. Let me quickly open my Power BI. Now close this window as of now. I wanted to go to transform data. Click on this. I wanted to get some data. Okay. I wanted to get some data using Excel workbook. So I may choose AdventureWorks detail or Amazon, some one of the file I can use it. So, or I can take one employee file, that is also perfectly fine. So take employee data and department data. I wanted to have something here, right? So I have got department table, I have got employee table. If you wanted to rename, either you can rename it here. So that is one option, or you can also rename it here. If you wanted to rename something, you can say department table, something like this. You can rename. So here, or you can also directly right click on this. You should be able to rename. It is employee table like that. You should be able to do that thing. If you wanted to do something, you can also come here and do it, or you can also go there and try to implement something here. So this is what. Now, if you carefully see this employee ID, it is giving you 123. What is 123 here? It is a data type. What kind of a data it is? So when you click on this, it is telling me decimal number or a fixed decimal number, a whole number, percentage, date and time zone, duration, text, true or false value, binary value, or any other thing. Clear? So let me see. It is getting the data from source. Then afterwards, what it is doing, it is giving you some. It is promoting the header columns and changing a lot of data types. Let me remove this. So I'm clicking on employee. Let me remove this. Okay. When I remove, everywhere you can see ABC123, 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 ABC123. It is not assigning proper data type. Okay. So you have to assign the proper data type. It is a number. So how do you assign the data type? You click on this. So it is a number. What kind of a number? Decimal or a whole number? It is a whole number. Click on this. It is 123. Now you go. What is this? It is a data, textual data. Click on this. Now what you do? It is a decimal number? No. Fixed decimal? No. Whole number? No. Percentage? No. What is this? It is a text. Text means ABC. Clear? You need to choose. You will be able to get ABC like that. you have to assign data type like that. You have to assign the data type one by one. But if you have thousands of columns, so going and doing for thousands of columns is very, very difficult. Clear? So I go here, department ID is having a number. Now you go, what number it is, a whole number. And salary may have currency value. Now you go, currency means a decimals. So decimals, you can have a decimal here, right? So date of joining, what is this? It is ABC123. It is not properly assigned the text. So whenever you write, automatically the data types are getting changed in this. If you observe carefully, what is the data type now? Employee name, salary. What is the data type? Now salary is what number, and department ID is what? The complete everything you should be able to check it out here. Let me go. I wanted to give this as what? A date. Okay, it is going to be adding the date data type. Now I wanted to say this is not the date, this is a text data type. It is going to be replacing the current step. Clear? It is a text data type. Clear? So M code, which is going to be writing here, it is going to be writing what? M code. I'm not writing anything, but I wanted to create a proper data types. But if you have a lot of columns and doing one by one, one by one, one by one is difficult. Clear? So what we do, we select all the columns, then we go to transform tab. Clear? Now there is an option called detect data type. There is an option called what? Detect data type. Where we need to go? Transform. First, you need to select the table. Step number one. Step number two, go to go select all the columns. Select all the columns. Step number two. Step number three, click on transform data. Now, is there any GUI option? Graphical user interface option available, whether transform data, add a column, somewhere you have to look for it. Clear? So something will be available. Only you need to do little bit of R&D so that you can get detect this one. So one, two, three step is transform data. Fourth one is this. What is that? Detect data type. Now let me go and click on this. Automatically, everything is properly changed. Have you seen it? The M code is also getting changed. Now this is what is called beauty about the Power BI. So you don't it will not give you much work to do it. That is the beauty. Everything, most of the time, the machine itself is doing, the software itself is doing. Clear? Let me also go here, and automatically it is performed this step. I did not do it. It is performed this step. I did not do it. So source it has taken, from where you are going to be bringing the file. It can tell you from which sheet you are going to be bringing. So that is also it can tell you when you go to navigation. So this is the M code, mashup language code. Then promoting headers. Okay, promoting header means I have a department ID here, I have department name there. I have to take this. Okay, I have to, when you once you complete the step, now you're able to see, you're able to see not the column one and column two, you're able to promote this. That is also done. If you remove this, if you remove this step, so everything you should be able to do it. So it is able to get this data. The data is available. Now I wanted to have the proper names. Again, where is that option? Where is that option? I wanted to promote this column name. What is the column name now? Column name is column one. It is not the column name. Column name is department ID, department name. This is what you wanted to promote. Clear? So where is that option promoting something? So you have to go to home and use the first row as headers. This is the first row, the second row, third row. First row, use the first row as headers. That is what I have done. Immediately change the data types is also done. Have you seen it? So you observe carefully what it is doing. So I did not do this. If I remove this, it will go to the ABC123, ABC123. You have to give proper data types. Clear? So one way you can go and click and give. Otherwise, there are a lot of things that you can have here and there. So one more option is available. So when you go here, it is data type showing any. Have you seen this? There is one more option. So select this. Okay, select this. Step number one, go here and you should be able to click on this. This is a whole number. Now you select this, you go there, and which is a textual data. Now you can click like this. So there are many places where you should be able to do the data types changing, conversion. Once data types are appropriately done, you verify whether you have done it or not. Everything is done. You can also change the code and everything here. Once everything is done, we say close and apply. It's very, very simple. Okay, why having a data type is important? Proper data type is very, very important. Let us discuss now. Why it is very, very important? If I don't give proper data type, what happens? Also, we'll see. Let me, I have this, data modeling, everything is fine. I can see the data here. Now I create lot of visualizations. I wanted to have a table. Where is the table? Double click on the table. Now, I wanted to give a employee name and I wanted to get salary and I wanted to get the department name. Everything is working fine here. There is no problem. So I go here, click on the format painter. I wanted to choose some grid. What kind of a grid do you need? What kind of a styles you need in the grid? Let me increase the grid means a table. Grid means table, nothing else. Okay. Now I wanted to go back here and click on this. Click on this, then you will get different options. Click on the table first, then go to table, then you will get the style. I wanted to have this style. So this is my table. Now, employee name, employee salary, everything is working fine. Now, I wanted to know what is the total salary. So I wanted to drag and drop this. Total salary is this. So I wanted to go and have the border always. Border is on, right? I'll go here and I apply the same formatting painter. The border is going to be coming. So everything is coming. Now I wanted to go here and change the data label to not auto thousands. So, or I can say the none. I will be able to get the total salary is this much. Clear? So I'm able to see everything here. Let me go back to my data. Transform data. Let me go to Power Query. Now what I do, employee salary. Employee salary was what? It is, 123. 123 means what? Decimal number. I give a wrong data type. It is a textual data. Replace. I wanted to replace it here. Now close and apply. If you don't give proper data type, what happens? Let us understand. See, both of them are gone. You will not be able to see the data at all because by choosing the proper data type, you will get proper visualizations. By choosing proper data modeling, you will have proper data modeling also can be done. So without the primary case and foreign case, you can create proper visualizations. And the proper data types are not assigned. Summing operation, this one, that one, lot of them will not work properly. Clear? It is very, very important that you have to always go back and create proper data types. Clear? So you're not doing automatically Power BI itself doing for you. If you wanted to disturb, you can disturb. Otherwise, just leave it and just simply go there. And it is not, it is my mistake. Let me prepare for decimal. Salary is decimals, right? You may get decimals as well. Replace a current means you will be able to get a the step here, or you can add as a new step. So only this one you have added here. You can also rename this step if you want to rename. So what is the rename? What is that I have done? I have changed data type for what? Salary. Okay. Change type for salary column. Like that, you can also do these things. Clear? Or if you wanted to do it there itself, you should be able to do it. Clear? So these are very, very important. Close and apply. When you close and apply, you will be again hitting the data with the proper data type to Power Pivot to Power visualizations. Clear? Now it is working properly. So it's very, very important that apply proper data types is very, very important. So automatically it is doing. Whenever you load the data, especially for example, I am loading the data from Excel. Where is Excel? I'm loading the data from this text file. Now let me load the data. I don't have any proper data types. Now see what happens. I'll go to my transform data tab, and I wanted to go to new source, text and CSV files, right? I'm able to get employee file data, the text file data, right? Now, this is the data, comma, separated values you have in that, comma, equal sign, semicolon, space, tab, lot of things are available. So I'm able to get all the data. So as of now, 1,000 rows it is going to be loading. That's what we discussed already. But actually, how many columns we have? 7 columns and 21 rows are available. If you see, source is the text file. So from where you're getting that, you can easily get it. And promoting headers, that is also done. It is having column 1, column 2, column 3. Promoting headers also done. So then change data types is also done automatically. 1 2 3 number. So it is reading first 1,000 numbers, and based on the first 1,000 numbers it is changing the data type. So tomorrow you may have some other wrong data, means it is not able to identify, because always which is reading only first 1,000 rows. If you have 1 million data, you may be having some other data somewhere. For example, you have 1 2 3 4 here, and later you may be having some other things. Sorry. So some other things you may be having. Okay. When you go down, you may be having like A, B, hyphen 1 2 3, this kind of a number. CA hyphen 1134. So this is the number you have after 1,000. So it has read 1,000 numbers. Still that time it is able to see only 1 2 3. But you know that after 1,000 you have this kind of a numbering system. Then you need to change this, because always Power Query will read only 1,000 rows from your data source. Clear? It is not going to load the complete data. So on the 1,000 rows, whatever the number it is going to be identifying, based on that it is going to be promoting a appropriate data type. But if you think that it is not the proper data type, then because you're the better person, because you're a human being, you can understand the better than the machine. So you knew that you should be able to give not the numbering. You need to change it here. That is your choice. Again, you going to go back and choice. But Power BI is going to be reading always 1,000 rows, and when you close and apply, the complete data is going to be loaded to the Power Pivot, and which is going to be compressed there. Clear? So that is what you got to understand. So it is going to be assigning based on this 1,000 rows only. After that 1,000 rows, you may have a lot of other data. Then that Power BI cannot include or conclude. So the better person is you. You should be able to, properly give these things and try to understand these items. Am I clear? But definitely Power BI is going to support a lot. That is what is I wanted to tell you. Clear, guys? So that is what is all about applying data types. Now, how to assign the data type to the columns we discussed, and how to change the data type to the column. And the Power BI reads only the first 1,000 rows, assigns the data type. If it is not assigning proper data types, now you have to do it manually on your own. Clear? So this is the easiest option when you have this is easiest option when you have thousands of columns. So automatically, which is going to detect in the Power Query window. Clear, guys? So that is what. Now, the next option I wanted to tell you. Yeah, whenever you do it for, whenever you change, when you click on apply, close and apply, it is applied on the complete column data. Clear? As of now, we are seeing only 1,000, but later it is going to be applied. All the transformations are applied on the whole data while loading into the Power Pivot. Very good question. The next one I'm going to be telling you, filtering the data. Load subset of a data from the data sources using filters. filter unwanted data, bad data also sometimes, right? I don't want to have the bad data. I don't want to have the unwanted data. Clear? Let me go and try to give some filtering options. Did you guys understand what is the need for the data types and why data types is very, very important? So the next one is applying a filtering. For example, I go, I get employee data. Now I have to get male data, female data. I have employee ID, name, salary, bonus, gender, department ID, date of joining. I have a male, I have a female, I have a male, I have a female. So it is blank data. What is blank data? Bonus is sometimes a blank. They did not have the bonus. They have only salary. Clear? I have male, I have female, I have like this. But sometimes I have some wrong data, right? For example, there is a instead of right gender, somebody's entered a wrong gender. So I wanted to remove this kind of a data, some Z. Clear? So I had some wrong data here. I wanted to remove them there. Clear? So how can we remove? Or sometimes you may have a negative value. Salary is negative. Or some data, some bad data, you wanted to filter it. I wanted to filter this data. Clear? How do you filter the bad data? You can simply go there. So all the data is got loaded now. When you refresh it, it will be loading again fresh data. Clear? So all the fresh data, see now, you can see a wrong values. K here, Z here. So this kind of a data, I have to filter it. How do I filter it? It is very, very simple. You can go, you should be applying a filtering options here. A lot of filtering options are available where I'm clicking on. So you need to understand where I am. I am working on this employee table, step number one. Step number two, where I am in the home tab. Step number three, so here itself, I'm able to see the filtering. Clear? So if you wanted to get the bad data in Excel, what do you do? If you go to Excel sheet, for example, let me go to AdventureWorks. I have a file. Now I wanted to apply filters. So you can just click on this first row and sort and filter. You can click on the filter so you can go and filter. I wanted to get only the data which is, let me show you the data which is only partial college data, or I wanted to get regional data. Okay, in the customer table of this. So I wanted to get the regional data. I go to filter and apply filter here. Okay. Now I want to get only the data which I need. I don't need all of them. I need only central data, east data, north data, this data, that data. Whatever you need it, you can get it. For example, there is a bad AAA and there is a BBB. I don't want to get this because it is not proper regions, right? What we do, we go here and we go here and I will say, I don't need this data, remove this. So this data will get filtered. The data will get filtered automatically. This is how we're filtering the data. So in Excel sheets, the same way you should be able to filter the data. So go here and click on sort and filter and you can remove the filter. If you need the filter, you click on the first column, header column, go and filter. So it will create filter. I would like to sort this data. So whatever be the sort that you wanted to have, you can have a lot of sorting and number filterings is there. A lot of things are available here. Have you seen? All these things are available where in your Excel. The same thing is available here. The same thing is available here. Now I wanted to filter something. You go. Now have you seen this filtering? I don't need F and K. You uncheck it. Okay, I don't need F and K. You or F I need Z. I don't need that. You should be able to uncheck it, and you should be able to write this. Clear? It is able to give you this kind of a data, all male data, all female data. So this is what it is going to be giving. What is the question? So Samuel is asking, we can't change the editor here, right? What is that? When we filter those gender mistakes, they will be removed directly and will not get their details right. Yeah. Filtering means it is removed. We are not going to be removing the data from the source file, because if you have 10 rows, you can remove the data. But if you have 1 million data, can you go row by row and delete? So do you have authority to delete the data? First question. The data is not your data, right? Training period, I'm giving my data, or we are creating our own data. In the real time, do you take the company's data and can you delete the data? Can you change the data? No, we cannot. We are not authorized person or authenticated person to change their data. They'll give you some data that you must use it. Clear? So I wanted to have, so this kind of an options. I need to have only male data. I don't want to have this kind of a data. If your unwanted data is there after 1,000 rows, so it is going to be applied now, right? So after that, when we close and apply, what will happen? When we close and apply, all these steps are going to be done on the whole data. So I have done it here. It is able to show you only 1,000 rows. But when I close and apply, what will happen? All these steps, step by step, will get performed on the millions of data coming from the source systems. That is what will happen. Clear? So, okay, now this is what I wanted to filter the data. I have filtered it. Am I clear? So this is what is called as a basic filtering. Basic filtering always dangerous. Okay, basic filtering is this. This is what is called a basic filtering. We have two types of filtering. One is called basic filtering, and you can see some more filter here. This is what is called advanced filtering. Okay, filtering is a two varieties: basic filtering, advanced filtering. Basic filtering, very bad. Why it is bad, I will tell you. It is very dangerous. Always you go in for advanced filtering. Clear? So what is our aim? Our aim, I wanted to have only male data, female data. That is what is my aim. Clear? But I have removed K and Z. I am able to get this data perfectly fine. Now, as of now, you're thinking that it is good. But let me tell you what is the problem in this. Okay? It is able to filter. You're able to get male, female data only. Let me go back and give not M here, Salman Khan. Let me give some D. Okay? And let me save. I am getting the data like this. Now I go back and refresh this. When I refresh this, you see carefully, you're supposed to get male data, female data. You're now able to get what? D also. But what is my aim? My aim is that only get male data, female data. So when I do the basic filtering, so it is only considering this kind of a coding. If you observe carefully, gender does not equals to K, and it is writing gender does not equals to Z. If tomorrow gender K, S comes, if gender M comes, gender K comes, gender D comes, it is not able to write the proper code. This is not the right code to write it. Clear? So always when you go in for this kind of a options, you will get lot of issues. Now K and Z and D is checked because it is writing what was the earlier code. Gender should not equals to K, gender should not equals to Z. So this is not the thing, right? So the code should be either it should be M or F, remaining stuff need to be removed. So that kind of a code we have to write it, and that you cannot achieve with the basic functionality. Basic is always dangerous. Clear? So you have to correct your code, otherwise you will be doing a lot of mistakes. It is what is called basic. Okay, basic always is good when you have one option, but when you have multiple options, you have to go in for the advanced options. So this is where we're going to be correcting our code and writing our code properly. Clear? So advanced code where we need to implement. Now whatever I have done it, let me remove that step. How to remove the step? Simply filtered. So I have all the data. I'm able to get male, female, this one, that one data. This time I don't want to go in for this. Okay. if there is a mistake is name or the customer, the product or anything at after 1000 rows, how to change it in the Power BI because it shows only 1000 rows. We are not changing the customer names here. Try to understand. See, I am not changing any data here. Clear. So what is that you need to do? We'll discuss one by one. Okay. I am not going to be doing anything here. You better go and check the data. If you wanted to see the data, first of all, you will not be able to see the millions of data. You will not be able to correct yourself. Clear? You will not be able to correct yourself. When you are creating your reports, so you cannot see each and everything. But what normally we do, we sample the data, right? For example, you wanted to buy a rice. So, for example, you need 100 bags of rice. Do you buy 100 bags of rice and do you sample it? No, we cannot sample like that. We go to the store, we'll take a little rice and we sample it. If the rice is good, then we'll buy the rice. So sometimes after doing the sampling also, we may have some problems here and there. So that again, you need to come back and rectify it, right? So 100 bags of rice, you cannot sample it, right? Because you wanted to buy thousands of bags. So what normally we do, you go to the store and sample only 100 grams or 200 grams. You cook it, you rice it, you see it, you smell it. Only that you sample it. So when you have millions of data, you may be having some kind of an issues elsewhere. We don't know. But when we sampling the data, based on the samples only we create. So this kind of a data we may get it. We may clean this kind of a steps there, right? But we may beyond that it may have some kind of an issues that you will not be able to identify as of now. You can identify, you need to write a lot of codes and everything, a lot of automation tools are there, lot of SQL queries we can write, you can do it. But in the real time, so if you get any other issues that you can rectify, sometimes you cannot rectify. So after seeing the report, the customer will say there is a bad data also included in this report. I think the report is properly not created. So that time again you need to go back and do it. But else otherwise we export the data to the staging tables. When you have millions of data, we're going to be cleaning the data there. Clear? Yeah, that is what in the real time the people are going to be doing it. Now here I wanted to go in for text filters, and here I wanted to write my thing. So what is that I would like to have? Equals to, what is that I would like to have? So that you wanted to have it. So equals to, clear, equals to what? Equals to MRF. What equals to gender equals to? It is clearly giving you what is that you wanted to perform. So that it is going to be giving. So based on that, so it is saying gender equals to what? So gender can be either this one or gender equals to either this one. Clear? So you can have this one and this one. If you wanted to give multiple options, so it could be small f, capital F also, right? So when I apply only two conditions, now you see gender can be either male and female. It is taking only the capital data, but I have small cases also, right? So I have a small case also. How do I take this data? It is now got filtered. I wanted to apply small case and upper case. Both of them I wanted to apply. So there are multiple ways in which you can supply the data. Now see the code now. Gender equals to male, gender equals to female. Earlier it was not writing. It was writing gender does not equals to K, does not equals to D, something like that. See how it is writing the code. This is also not right code because I wanted to filter properly. I go here. So text filters equals to, I don't want to go in for a basic. Only two options are available. I want to go in for gender. Okay. So column gender equals to what? Either male, capital, or not and or gender equals to either capital F and add a clause and or gender equals to either small f or gender equals to small m. So these are the four cases I wanted to implement and I click on OK. Now I'm able to see these options. Clear? Now I'm able to get the proper data. Now, even though tomorrow you go there, you enter any kind of a data, you enter any kind of a data, you don't get any kind of an issues there. Okay, so tomorrow I'm able to enter key here, Z here, in anything, any other letter also comes in, it is not going to be taking that. For example, instead of M, I'm able to give J. Even though I give J there, so I am not worried now because the data is being filtered properly. Clear? So I'm able to write these many conditions. So instead of writing these many conditions, we can also do one more better stuff. Clear? So what is that step that we can do? Make everything to uppercase. So then we can do. So if you wanted to do something in uppercase, you have to verify in this. Okay. Do you have anything, any option to make it uppercase? If it is not here, you may be going to check in this, going to check in this. Clear? You have a couple of options. You need to look for appropriate GUI option. Where is that available? Right? If something is not available in the home, then action transform, then add column. Clear? Very good. Somebody is telling me, sir, you go to transform. You go to transform. That guy knows about it. Go to transform. He's telling, sir, there is an option. Where is that option? Let me also again go through one by one, one by one. Where is that option? Now you need to design. What is this? This is a textual data. This is what a text, right? Textual data. Now you see it is a textual column, number column, or a date and time column. Now it is a textual column. Okay, I need to go there and verify what is that available. So this is what is a textual column. Okay, split column, no. Extract column, no. Parse column, no. Something is available. Click on format. Oh, there is a uppercase. Very good. I need to apply that. That's it. Like that, you have to use your small brain and people can easily work with this. It is a textual data. If you go to transform tab, it is giving you any column you can apply. See, it is telling you any column you can apply this. So it is not something else, but it is, this block is only for the textual column. So you can easily understand this is a textual column. So I need to look into this. This is a number column. So definitely I need to look into this. If you wanted to do something, then go and look into this. If it is a date and time column, so I need to look into this. That's it. If you are able to understand where I need to go and search, so definitely maximum times you may be getting in the transform tab, you may be getting the add column. Transforming means it is going to be doing the step here itself. Adding a column means it is going to be creating a new column and having extra column there. Clear? That is the meaning of both. Let me show you one example. Okay. Now I knew that I wanted to go here and uppercase a text. You can rename. What is that you uppercased it? Uppercased what? Gender. You can write like this. Tomorrow people can understand when I close and apply. When I close and apply, it is going to be applied step by step on the whole data, not on 1,000 data. 1,000 rows it is showing when you close and apply, reading all the data from your RDBMS or source systems and doing the steps step by step and loading the data into the Power Pivot. Clear? Now I have done it. Now I wanted to filter the data. Now I don't want to go in for basic filtering because I knew basic filtering will give me a lot of issues. I want to go in for the advanced filtering. So where you are going to be going and filtering something here. Now I know how to write it. It is very, very simple. You know, how about if I source data? What is that question? Source data gets small case data input.
So how about,
What is
yeah,
setting always convert a new data to
yeah,
uppercase? Now we cannot guarantee that. Can you guarantee today I got a smaller case? Can you guarantee tomorrow's data?
No. So my question is, so it means if we get new data with the lower case, then we have to again. But with the query, it is fixed, right? It's gonna pick the small letter and that particular filter we are giving, correct?
No, no, no,
So in
no,
that
no.
case, advanced filtering is good. No?
No, no, no. I'm saying whatever be the case that you're getting, you convert into uppercase or lowercase, whatever be the case you need it. Okay. Whether they send all the data in lowercase doesn't matter. They send all the data in uppercase doesn't matter. They send mixed case also doesn't matter. You convert into one uniform data and you apply only one
Yeah,
filter. Clear?
yeah. But with the advanced setting, it is kind of a fix, right? It is whenever if it's like a continuous flow of the new data, but with the advanced filtering, it will filter the small and
No, no,
uppercase
no.
letter F, female or male, right? Then we
See,
don't need to update it again and again with the basic filtering, as you mentioned, right? If we get a D data, then we have to manually again filter that, right? But with the advanced setting, I believe we don't need to do that again and again.
yeah, that's what I'm teaching you.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to clear.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So whatever you're learning, the same thing I'm teaching. That's fine. Clear?
Yeah.
So, so when we go in for this, we'll get a lot of issues. Now I will go and I wanted to have only two options. I can go in with the basic now. I can simply go and M, or I can go in for what? F. So only two conditions I can give, that is sufficient. Remaining stuff is going to be filtered out. Am I clear? So this is what is the the filtering options for the textual column. Now, one more point I wanted to tell you that, so we have add column, we have a transform column. If you click on this, you will be able to get same menu. If you click on this, you should also get the same menu. Maximum menu is the same. What is the difference between the transform and add column? Even though the options are the same, when you go in for transform data, the action you're going to be performing on the there itself. For example, I wanted to go to transform data. What is that I wanted to do now? I wanted to go and do some kind of a data splitting. So go to transform data and I wanted to split this. Go to transform and the split column is available, right? So under part of text column, I wanted to split the column and there are a lot of things available. Lot of things available. I wanted to simply go there and by delimiter. So what kind of a delimiter? So when I'm saying, it is telling me wherever there is a space, okay, you split the data based on this delimiter and click on OK. Now the original name is gone. Original name is gone. The original name split into two. Anjali and Raman, Bill and this one, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to create there itself. I don't want to create a new column. But some customer says I need full name as well as split names also I need. So if that is the case, you have to go to the name, go to add column. Here again, from the text, you should be able to do whatever you wanted to do it. Split column, length column, this column, that column, whatever you want to do it, you can do it there itself. Clear? So you will be able to get a lot of other options there as well. Trim, prefix, suffix, whatever you want to do it, but it is going to be creating one more column and it is going to be performing the steps there. Clear? So definitely, what is a transform data? What is a add column? So transform means it is going to be doing there itself. Clear? Add column means it is going to be creating one more column and it is going to be adding. It is not going to touch this data, anything, it will be there, and you're going to be performing one more step elsewhere. So you will have the old data as well as the new data. So that is what is called add call. We'll be doing all these things one by one, but this is one interview question. What is a transform data? What is a add column? Because many options are same in both cases. When should I use a transform? When should I use add column? The answer is, if you don't want to disturb the data, the better go in for add column. You look for the option and it will create a one more field, one more column here. If you wanted to disturb the data and create the split here itself, or you wanted to make the uppercase here itself, definitely you need to do in the transform data itself, transform, menu itself. These are the things that you got to understand. Okay, we'll discuss about all these options one by one, because this will take another 10 days to understand. Clear? So now I am planning to tell you what is a filtering, the filtering, how we can apply on this data. Clear? So sometimes I wanted to have a blank values. So I wanted to remove the blank values. If you wanted to remove the blank values, now you can go and there is a remove empty. Clear? So or you can also go in for the basic filtering. Remove empty is there, that if you want to remove, you should be able to remove that. Either you can use this or you can say remove empty, the null values will get removed. So I applied the filtering. It is self-explanatory options. I need not teach that. So many people know Excel, right? So that you should be able to understand and create a lot of filterings there. Clear? Now, I wanted to tell you what are the filtering options for different ones. If you go in for this, so you could see a lot of numbered options: equal, does not, equals to, greater than, equals to, between. I wanted to get the data between 1000 to 2000 rows only. So between you can write and write these options. These are self-explanatory. Now, I wanted to try filtering something on this. Now, when you go, you will have different options here. Equals to, does not, equals to, name begins with, does not begin with, ends with, does not end with, contains, blah, blah, blah. So names begins with what? Names begins with, say, Amit. Our name begin with A. So I wanted to give this kind of a filtering. So A, Anjali, Amit, Asan. So you have different filter options are available, so that you should be able to have it. If you wanted to remove filter, you can remove filter here, or you can also go and remove the filtering here. Clear? The steps are gone. So you have applied steps option is available. So different fields will have different options. Clear? When you go in for a salary, you will have different options that you can play around. Clear? So if you go in for date and time columns, it will give you different filters. For example, I wanted to load data between 1/1/2022, 31st December 2020. How do I go do that? So you will be able to go and apply. So what is that you wanted to have it? So date of joining is ABC. It is not actual ABC. Date of joining is what? It is a date value. So when you choose the appropriate value, it is also able to give you lot of other values, right? Lot of other filters it can give you. Equals to, before this date, after this date, between this, is in the next 20 days, next 2 weeks data I wanted to have it. Is in the next 2 days, 2 weeks, is in the next 2 days, is in the next 2 years, next 1 year, next 10 days. For example, so somebody is supposed to make the payments as a fee, and I'll write the due date is, for example, day after tomorrow, 23rd and 24th and 25th. So I wanted to know who are the people who are going to be making the payment the next 2 days, is in the next 2 days. Who are the people who are going to be making the payment next 1 week? I wanted to get those names. Clear? So like that, you will be able to use this kind of things there. Clear? Now, this is the data I wanted to tell you. So is in the next, is in the previous, is earliest, is latest. Lot of options are available. This we'll discuss tomorrow because it will be useful options for us, and we'll be discuss what is earliest, is latest, is not earliest, is not latest. So these are the couple of options we'll discuss. Now, if you see carefully, we are also getting a lot of bad data. We are also getting lot of bad data. So I wanted to also remove this bad data, lot of error data that I cannot do anything. So how can we work with the error data, bad data? That is also we're going to discuss in the later classes. Clear? So don't worry about it, how to remove the bad data, how to remove the error data. So all we have a couple of options that we're going to be filtering, and we're going to be using, we're going to be discussing about all these options one by one, one by one. Clear, guys? So how to do the basic filtering, how to write simple filtering with the help of basic and advanced filtering, and what kind of a M code it is going to be writing. That's what we discussed today, and we'll continue further, and we'll work with lot of other options. Am I clear? So tomorrow we don't have class being Saturday, and next class will be on Monday. Any other questions, guys?